Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Grade 6. This is your Islamic class. And in this class, we are going to continue our second part of the chapter, The Revered Companions, Radiallahu ta'ala anhu, also known as Khulafai Rashideen. So in this class, we're going to discuss about Hazrat Umar Farooq Radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Caliph. And we're going to discuss about the title of Hazrat Umar Farooq and about the Khilafat of Hazrat Umar Farooq and the personality he possesses. Now, the early life about Hazrat Umar Farooq Radhiyallahu Ta'ala anhu. He was the second caliph of the Muslims. His name was Umar and his kunyat was Abu Hafs and his title was Farooq. He was born in 582 AD in the Makkah and his father's name was Khattab. So he was also known as Umar bin Khattab and his mother was called Khundama. Hazrat Umar Radhiyallahu Ta'ala anhu was known for his stern nature and he was very skilled at wrestling before he accepted Islam. He was very strong man, and he was very hot-tempered and bold, and he would speak very fearlessly and bluntly. At the beginning, he was the worst enemy of the Islam, and even he wanted to kill our Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. After accepting Islam, um, as he accepted Islam, he became the worst opponent of the enemies of Islam. And from the outset, he had always been daring and courageous. But the radiance of the faith had made him even more determined and fearless. When he converted to Islam, there were only 39 Muslims, and they were used to pray secretly. But as soon as he became a Muslim, they got so excited that they raised the voice of Allahu Akbar for the very first time so loud that it echoed through the valley of the Makkah. And when Hazrat Umar Farooq Radiallahu Ta'ala anhu used to go to the Kaaba with a group of people, group of Muslims to pray, no one could dare even stop him on seeing his determination. Title of Farooq. Farooq means one who can distinguish between the truth and the falsehood, means haq aur batil ke darmiyan fark karne wala. Once a companion asked Hazrat Umar about his title, he replied that 3 days before him, Hazrat Hamza Razillah anhu had accepted Islam, and when Hazrat Umar went to Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and converted to Islam, he requested Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to go out with him. So Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam agreed and divided the Muslims into two rows, and they all walked out. Hazrat Hamza Razillah anhu was in the one row, and Hazrat Umar Razillah anhu was in another. When they reached the Kaaba, the Quraysh looked towards Hazrat Hamza anhu and Hazrat Umar anhu. They got shocked because these two persons, Hazrat Hamza anhu and Hazrat Umar anhu, were very strong and powerful at that time. And when Holy Prophet ﷺ gave him the title of Farooq, it gave the people of the Quraysh such pain as they had never suffered before. Self-sacrifice at a time of migration. The situation was very critical at the time of migration, and the Muslims were living for Medina secretly. But the bravery of Hazrat Umar anhu was unique. Even at that time, he was with his sword slung at his side, his bow on his back, his arrow in his hand, riding in his camel, and he climbed on a hill and called out, "O people, I, Umar bin Khattab, am migrating to Medina, and if there is anyone among you who would like his mother to mourn for him, he can try to stop me." He was really sad that if there were anyone who would try to stop him, would certainly kill him. So this courageous declaration terrified the non-believers, and no one had the courage to chase him. Unique honors of Hazrat Umar Radiallahu anhu. Hazrat Abu Hurairah Radiallahu anhu says that Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said he was sleeping when he had a dream that he was in heaven and saw a lady in the corner of a palace making wuzu. He asked her whose palace it is. She replied, Umar's Radiallahu anhu. Holy Prophet ﷺ felt that he entered the palace without the permission of Hazrat Umar, so he left immediately. When Hazrat Umar ﷺ heard this, he began to weep and asked Holy Prophet ﷺ that could he ever think of him as a stranger? Holy Prophet ﷺ replied, no, he left the palace because he entered his palace without the permission of Umar. The Khilafat. After becoming the Caliph, his concern for the fear of Allah and the hereafter became so intense that the people started worrying about him. He wore clothes with patches and some of them made of the leather. Once a delegation of the foreign ambassadors came to meet Hazrat Umar anhu. They were searching for him when they saw a man resting in the shade of the tree to shelter himself from the scorching of the sun in the graveyard. There were patches all over his clothes. His cheekbones were prominent as there were no flesh due to the constant starvation, and there were furrows on his cheeks because of his continual flow of tears. They asked him where they could find the king of the Muslims as they had to come to meet him. He answered that there was no king as such, but there was an Amir al-Mu'minin, and he is the servant of the Muslims, and he was Umar bin Khattab, and this was he they were searching for. Then he asked what he could do for them. The ambassadors were so overwhelmed by his imposing presence that they began to tremble with respect. And during his caliphate, there were victories after victories in the quick succession, and the spoils of the war were coming in from all the directions. On one occasion, there were piles of gold lying on a piece of leather, and Hazrat Umar anhu was sitting next to them and shedding tears. People asked him, Amir al-Mu'minin, is this an occasion for tears? He replied, Allah kept the Holy Prophet ﷺ and Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu away from all this wealth, but he is continuously giving it to me. Could it be a punishment because of his deeds? The personality of Hazrat Umar anhu. Even though he was a caliph, he took a minimal amount from the treasury, Baitul Mal, for his expense. Once some of the companions anhu thought of increment, but they could not gather the courage to speak to him directly, so they decided to ask Hazrat Hafsa anhu. When Hazrat Umar anhu heard this, he flew into a rage and insisted on knowing who the people were who had instigated her. She refused to tell him. He said that if only he knew who they were, he would beat them up so badly as to scar their faces. And during his Khilafat, he was known to go around the city at night in the disguise to find out how his people were doing, and he used to say that even if a dog slept hungry on the bank of the river Euphrates, he would be accountable for it on the day of the judgment to Allah. On 26th Zulhajj 23rd Hijri, he stood up in the Masjid Nabawi to lead the congregational prayer when a Zoroastrian slave named Firoz attacked him with a poisoned dagger. The wound was so deep that he could not recover and gained martyrdom on the first Muharram 24th Hijri. He was buried in Masjid Nabawi next to our Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So here your chapter, the revered companions anhu, has been completed, and now you have to write a short note on Hazrat Umar Farooq anhu, and no need to write too much detail about him, and write all the points I have discussed you in this class, and the topics are mentioned in your book related to this Hazrat Umar Farooq anhu. Okay. After completing your short note, please learn this note, and thank you for your attention.